Welcome to Integrity Academy's class of business, short-term commercial lines, class 2. Introduction, I will be your facilitator. I'm a qualified advanced facilitator. I've got more than 10 years experience in facilitating. Please email me at jaco@ilearn.co.za with all your questions and I will reply with the answers as soon as possible. Remember, we are here to help and to assist you. So the content in class 2 we are going to look and discuss is 2.1 Accident and Health Policy, 2.2 Engineering Policy, 2.3 Guaranteed Policy, 2.4 a Liability Policy, 2.5 Miscellaneous Policy, 2.6 Motor Policy, 2.7 Property Policy, 2.8 Transportation Policy, and then last but not least, 2.9 Short-Term Reinsurance Policy. That is a different subclasses of Class 2. Disclaimer, due to the fact that we need to cover the different classes of business as per Board Notice 194 of 2017 in this section, commercial lines, you will notice that there's also a slight overlap with personal lines product types. We, however, endeavor to just cover the basics briefly. The reason being, if you only concentrate on commercial lines and come into contact with clients needing less advanced cover, you can refer them to the person specializing in personal lines products. So let's look at the introduction of class of business. Class of business industry classification. The definition. Class of business is an industry classification of insurance products according to the perils insured and the exposure. The purpose of classifying the insurance business is to group homogeneous risks for purposes of rate development. Unlike product training, class of business training includes training on product features, including the typical fee structures and the suitability of different products or features for different types of clients. Class of business training also looks at the impact of current events on these products. Current events are not limited to technology, socio-economic, socio-political, and legislative changes. It can be weather events as well, floods, rainstorms, mudslides, etc. So subclass 2.1, Accident and Health Policy. So the definition of accident and health policy is an accident and health policy is a contract in terms of which a person, in return for a premium, undertakes to provide policy benefits if a disability event, health event, or death event contemplated in the contract as a risk occurs. Such policy may not offer benefits other than a stated sum of money, nor may it encroach on the business of medical schemes as described in the Medical Schemes Act, Act number 72 of 1967, known by the acronym as MSA. So people, you will see most of the definitions will always have the following. There will always be, there's a contract in terms of which a person or the insurer, in return for a premium, undertakes to provide policy benefits if there's an event, and in this case, a disability event, because this is about accident and health policy, a health event or death event, which is contemplated in the contract as risk occurs. So you can think of yourself, when you take out insurance, there's a short-term contract, a policy, where the insurer or the person undertakes to provide policy benefits for that risks which is contemplated in the contract as being risks. but in return for a premium, they will pay you out. It's just the middle parts will differ depending on the policy you take out. All right. So personal accident insurance. There are a number of products that fall under the accident and health insurance policy clause, including personal accident, accidental death, hospital cash plans, and income protection cover. So what is the definition of an accident? An accident is an unexpected and unintentional event caused by violent, external and visible means, commonly leading to injury and or resulting in hospitalization, disablement or death following an accident. The word accident tells you it's unexpected or unintentional. You don't know for a fact if you drive tomorrow to work that you're going to be in a car accident or that you're going to cause an accident. It's unintentional. It's unexpected. Okay, and it's visible means you can see the damage, whether it's a damage on the car or if you're disabled or hospitalized or something like that. Description of personal accident cover. Accidents can happen at any time. Personal accident insurance is designed to provide financial help if you have become disabled, hospitalized, injured, or in the event of your death from an accident. So, in the case of your death, it will maybe pay out to your spouse or your children or whoever you nominated. Remember, personal accident insurance is not meant to replace medical aid, as it only pays in terms of very specific incidents occurring, as set out in the policy terms. So it depends what policy you have and what is the policy terms. And that will differ from policy to policy, from company to company. So, what is not covered by personal accident cover? The following are not covered. If your injuries are a result of sickness or disease, if you deliberately or recklessly expose yourself to danger, if your injuries are sustained while you're under the influence of alcohol or drugs, if your injuries are self inflicted or if you attempt to commit suicide, if your injuries are sustained while you're committing or attempting to commit a crime, age limits. For example, the policy wouldn't cover you when you reach the age of 75. If you participate in war or riots, etc. So for all those people that participate in riots, if you get seriously hurt, your policy won't cover you. If your injuries are a result of stress fractures, sprains or strains, non-accident related hospitalization, or a death as a result of natural causes. What will be covered under accident cover? With personal accident cover, you pay a monthly premium and you will receive a cash payment if you have an accident or are hospitalized or receive serious injury during the policy term. The cover also helps to ensure your family are provided for if you have a fatal accident. Fatal accident means you die, it's death. Check your policy carefully. This will spell out what's covered and what is not covered. So, personal accident policy excesses and exclusions. So, exclusions on personal accident policies vary from one insurer to the next and may include self injury, self inflicted injury, hospitalization, disablement or death as a result of a hazardous pursuit, or hospitalization when you're disabled or die as a result of alcohol and drug abuse, non accident related hospitalization, such as illness or a disablement as a result of a pre existing condition, and death due to suicide or natural causes. Remember, natural causes is not an accident. Death of natural causes, we're all going to die of hopefully natural causes of old age. That's a given. That is not an accident. That is why death of natural causes is not an accident, and it will not pay out under accident policy. That will pay out if you've got a life policy. All right. And also, suicide is not an accident. That person planned it. So it's not unexpected. That's why suicide is also excluded. Because remember, we said the definition of an accident is when it's unexpected. And suicide is not unexpected. That person plans it and then they do it. So when you look at health insurance, remember there's a difference between medical schemes and health insurance. Health insurance is a hospital cash plan and is not a medical scheme and does not substitute for medical scheme membership. Cash paid out by the insurance can be utilized for any expense incurred by the insured or the insured's family, whereas a medical scheme is used to compensate for medical expenses only. So the difference is medical scheme will pay the hospital bills. So if I can write that in short for you, uh, medical scheme pay your bills. You get no cash. But whatever your plan is, but health insurance, sorry for my beautiful art, I'm not the best artist. Health insurance, not pay bills. They give you the cash and you have to pay your bills. All right. The main product under the health insurance policy banner is referred to as a hospital benefit plan or a hospital cash plan. This insurance compensates an insured for each day of a hospital stay, whether due to accident or illness, at an agreed daily benefit rate and a limited time period. Um, yes, normally they will say they will pay you out, it depends, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 rand per day that you're in hospital, but it only starts from day 3. So if you stay 1 day in hospital, they will not pay. If you stay 2 days, they will not pay. You have to pay on your own. But if you stay for longer than 3 days, then they will start to pay. All right. Um, then the last bullet, cover can be bought for the insured only or for the insured spouse and elected family members. Most hospital plans do not require medical tests to support underwriting, but the insurer will still need to know the age, your height, your weight, and occupation, as well as a range of other factors such as previous injury or illness, your current health, previous surgical procedures, and chronic illness or dread disease. Most hospital plans do not require medical tests to support underwriting, but the insurer will still need to know the age, the height, the weight, and occupation, as well as a range of other factors such as previous injury or illness, current health, previous surgical procedures, and chronic illness or dread disease. The underwriters need to get all those information so that they can decide whether or not they will accept you, whether they will have loadings or penalties or excesses or whatever they want to do to work out their risk. And that is it for 2.1. If you've got any questions, there's my email again, yaku@iln.co.za. Please send me an email and I will reply back with answers to your questions. Thank you.